Hey, Dan. Oh my goodness, it's Saturday, April the 5th. Today's ball day. And that can mean all sorts of things. Um, but it means the Viennese ball. We have gone to that, 4 or 5 times in the past, always with Jim and Kim. And this year we are going with Lucas and Daryl Ann, their oldest son, their only son, Hazen, is a freshman at UW Eau Claire. And he is a music major. He's playing in one of the orchestras. So I'm looking forward to this because Daryl Ann and Lucas have never been to the Viennese ball. They are dancing folk, so I think they're going to enjoy it. And then we also get to, pass on all the knowledge that we have gained over the years. It's 2:46 right now, and we picked them up at 5 o'clock. The event ends at 1 a.m. and we are driving up and back on the same day. It's going to be a long day. Let's see. Let's start with your videos. I have watched all of them. The most recent one is your very kind concern about AI. And I couldn't tell whether what we were talking about was actually AI or just something that's called AI. It is, I guess there's some higher level of search engine, right? When you ask it to compile a list, and it does. That's slightly a higher level than a search engine, but really it just seems like it's just a more complex search engine. In fact, what it does is it takes the results and then makes some sense out of them for you. I don't know if that's really AI so much as it is just, a really clever search engine. Whenever you Google anything these days, of course, it gives you the AI results, right? Or what it calls AI results. Funny thing about that is most of what I'm Googling is technical things. What do you use under a fiberglass shower pan? What kind of mortar do you use under a fiberglass shower pan? What's the best thin set to use when putting on ceramic tile? Questions like that. Inevitably, Preston and I have discovered that the answers that, the AI summary that it gives us, as to your point, is just really just a compilation of information that's out there, that it doesn't, it puts it, perhaps it finds the most frequent results and calls those the most important, decides those are the most important results and gives those to you. But what we find is that those are frequently wrong. And what I have found is the best, you have to actually scroll way down. The best thing you can find is something that's actually written by a person, or even better, a YouTube video, because then you get more than just, the information. You also get information like, you're going to want to pre-drill these holes when you put these screws into this flange, as you're putting down a thin set, things like that, which are very, very useful. And you'll never get those from AI. So, my feeling about it, I am neither excited nor unexcited by it. As you do, I have people in my life who really love AI, and they go on and on and on about it. If you want to have some fun, and I know you do, Stefan and Kat have created it is essentially headhunter. It is for somebody who is thinking about changing a job or has been laid off and looking for a new job, trying to figure out what they're going to do with their life. This thing allows you to call in Kat's voice, it asks you questions, takes your responses, and responds back to them. It's pretty funny. The really funny thing is I tried to solicit information on how to get involved in criminal activity, and it said it can't give me advice on criminal activity, which I thought was kind of funny. Was it actually helpful? No, not really. But it's interesting. So if you're interested, let me know. I'll give you the phone number. And you can call it and you can run through it. It's like a 900 number, but for job placement. In fact, it is a 900 number for job placement because their goal is to charge 99 cents a minute for it. So anyway, I am not either concerned or excited by AI, and I think you know this. But I think your more interesting point was actually, and maybe what you were talking about was your conversation with your dad. And I find that more interesting. We'd love to talk more about that than about AI, because I could care less about AI. But you were expressing some concern that perhaps you were. Did I understand correctly? Did I hear you correctly when you felt maybe you were a little hard on him? That you shouted him down, so to speak. Not that you were shouting. I'm not saying that. You said he went all quiet. He went quiescent on you. Had you been there in person, maybe he would have attacked you. That would have been interesting. But remember, he's dying. He can't see, and his hearing is going. So give him what little joy he gets, right? Okay. Yeah. And your other big video, a couple of them you made, were about your hike up Mount Snowdon. One of the things you asked is, did I see the 360 video? I did. I watched that whole thing. I could not tell because it removes the selfie stick and the camera from the video. I was not aware that you were holding it with two hands. So I could imagine coming down in the gale force wind, down those steep, the steep approaches. What's the opposite of an approach? A getaway? The steep return down the mountain. You're holding this selfie stick and it's blowing you all around. For someone for whom heights is not his thing, that must have been quite exciting. Although for heights not being your thing, you guys sure go up to a lot of them. Now, granted, I know you're essentially on a small mountain, so it's not like you're hanging on the side of a cliff or anything. But nonetheless, still must be exciting. That actually looked like a lot of fun. Add that to the list. We can go up one side and we can come down the Watkins path and hit the pools on the way back down. Something I definitely would like to do. And did I say I don't want to go to Wrexham? Or that I wouldn't ask you to take me to Wrexham? There's a difference. I'm not averse to going. It's not high on my list. But I can be a fanboy. We can go get scars together. I've been working, obviously still working on the, what's that place called? Rectory. I'll try to throw in some pictures here of the work we've done. It is, as I said in that last video that I made, I've been burning the candle at both ends. I've been doing quite a bit there, sometimes 6 hours a day. And I'm so exhausted. I come home, I eat, I fall asleep. But I feel about that the way you feel about going up Mount Snowdon. Difficult, challenging, exhausting, but I like to do it. I like doing this. Definitely nothing you need to feel sorry for me about. No, this is totally my jam, man. I'm like at the edge of my capacity. I like being at the edge of my capacity. Beth may not like me being at the edge of my capacity because I don't have much to offer when I get home. But again, it's, yeah, there's no need. I wasn't, that my video wasn't a lament. You understand, it was a brag. Big difference. So just worked a couple of hours over there today. It is always surprising that 10% of the tile you put on takes up 90% of your time. And that 10% being all the trimming out, the cutting, the fitting around things. Like all the escutcheons that we have to work around. Yeah, it is a pain in the tuchus. Especially some of these tiles that Preston picked out. Yeah. Woo! Tough. No, you don't have to feel sorry for me because I do enjoy it. Because it looks really good. The roof at the Vatican is almost done. They're almost finished with that. It is, I thought it was going to be the color of our house at here at home on Crocus Circle, which is more of a maroon. This one's more of a flying tomato red. Flying tomato, you know, the snowboarder. It's more of an orangey red. But, you know, as I said to Beth, it's like, that's a lot. It's not quite the color that I imagined. But I just go inside and I don't have to look at it. So it's like, you know, ultimately, really, who cares? It's just a roof. It's not going to make or break my life. The mini splits are in. And now I'm just waiting for the electrician to come and replace the breaker boxes with a 200 amp panel. And then once those are done, that's done. The mini splits will be up and running. Then the plumbers are almost done doing their thing. They'll be finished on Monday. Then I can get the smoke detectors in, get the rental certificate, and start renting that baby. So that's it. That's what I've got. I will try to take some pictures and video at the Viennese Ball, but you know, once you've seen one picture video from the Viennese Ball, you've seen them all. We will be dressed differently than we have been. We're going to be wearing our pants up top and our shirts down below. And our shoes will be, we'll be wearing one shoe on a foot and then the other shoe will be in our hand. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It'll make dancing a challenge, but I'm up to that challenge. And it is gorgeous here. It's gorgeous here, right? This is like what I would call Welsh gorgeous. Wales gorgeous. It is clear, it's sunny, it's windy, and it's kind of warm. It's not 75, which it will be next weekend. We are back. We have a week, another 8 days, 6 days of cool temperatures in the morning, cool being 0, -2, +2. And then the days are somewhere around 10, give or take. So I will give you this video and I will take time to put in pictures so that you see what I'm talking about. And that is my story. Woo! Sticking to it.